Well, this world was made many thousand years ago. Clean and pure, it sported us even though we used and abused her. We treated her unkind. Got to change, for there's nothing left to find. 'Cause it's our land, it's our land. It belongs to all of us, you understand. How much is it worth if you love this earth? Belongs to all of us, you understand. Well, once upon a time, the waters ran so clear. You didn't catch emphysema, just breathe in the air. Man, the wisest of creatures, can't see through the mist. He's put himself on the endangered list. 'Cause it's our world, it's our world. It belongs to all the boys and girls. How much is it worth if you love this earth? Belongs to all of us, you understand. Yeah. Little song about planet Earth. It's called It's Our Land or It's Our World. And I actually wrote that a long time ago. Little thing about shaping up the environment, taking care of planet Earth, Mother Earth, whatever you want to call our one and only home in the universe, the vast, crazy, vast universe, right? Some of the stars you see at night, only the light exists. We're seeing it's so far away that we're just getting the light. It's measured in light years. Now, if you think about it, light travels. What's the speed that light travels? Who knows out there? Well, if you said about 186,000 miles per second, you are correct. So you can imagine how far light travels in a year, and some of them are measured in thousands of light years. So that's how vast the universe is, which is crazy. And now I wanted to speak with you a little bit about this coming Shabbat. We start reading the Torah all over again. We actually started it on Simchat Torah, or Simchas Torah. We started reading, going back and read that first Aliyah, the first Torah portion, the first part of the Torah portion of Bereshis, which is usually translated as Genesis, right? The whole book is called Genesis, but in particular, this first part of Genesis, this Torah portion we read this week is Bereshis or Bereshit, and it literally means in the beginning. In the beginning of what? That is the question. Well, there are thousands, hundreds and thousands of commentaries on just that one word, Bereshit, in the beginning. In the beginning of what? What was before? Was there anything before? Nothing? All right, interesting things to ponder, right? But I am going to ponder something that's connected to my song, Our World. You can check out the song on Spotify and all the other, YouTube, et cetera, all the other musical outlets. It's a song I wrote, as I mentioned, many, many years ago, probably, oh my gosh, I'm just guessing, maybe 40 years ago, which is pretty wild. One would think, well, in a certain sense, we've come a long ways, environmentally speaking. And in another sense, we've got a long ways to go. So what's the notion of protect the environment, don't worry about it? Like, what's our relationship with the world, with the physical world, the environment that we live in? So I actually wanted to go just share a quick thought with you. That thought being, actually connected with an issue that Time magazine put out several decades ago. And it was, how sometimes they have like the person of the year, the man of the year, the woman of the year. One year they did the planet of the year. And of course it was planet Earth, the water planet, our amazing planet. Right? And it was the whole issue was just dedicated to the Earth, to the world, the physical world we live on. This incredible, beautiful, amazing world, filled with mystery and wonders and incredible stuff. Well, I'm reading the article, and another one of my friends did as well. People started to call me. they were bothered by one line in one of the articles. I guess this particular author felt, he needed to put a blame somewhere. Why are there so many negative environmental issues happening? Air quality, water quality, pollution here, pollution there, the cutting of the rainforest. There's so many different environmental issues, all the endangered species, the species that have now become extinct, such as the dodo bird. And the whole issue was filled with like what's been going on, why it's been happening. Well, they needed to put a blame somewhere, evidently, and there was one line in there that said the fault goes all the way back to the Bible, to the book of Genesis, to, in fact, our Torah portion this week, Bereshit. Why? Because it says in the Torah portion, and I'm going to actually quote it for you. I'm looking into the Tikkun here, which is how you prepare to read the Torah this on Shabbat in the synagogue. And there's a line in here that says, "Vayvarech osam Elokim," that God blessed them. They're talking about the first man and woman. Vayomer lehem Elokim, and God said to them, "Pru urvu, be fruitful and multiply." The very first mitzvah of the Torah: be fruitful and multiply. Umiluas haaretz, and fill the land. V'chiv shuha, v'chiv shua. That's the critical word. What does v'chiv shua mean? Well, it's usually mistranslated as conquer it. Fill the land up and conquer the blasted land. All right? Take it over. Conquer. Kovish. Right? Take it over. So, Time Magazine says, so that's the fault. It goes all the way back to the Bible and to what they refer to as not just the Bible, the Judeo-Christian ethic of subjugating the land, conquering the land. And that has led us to all this environmental disasters that we've experienced, particularly in quote-unquote modern society. Okay? So I was immediately bothered by that. And because one of the first things that I realized was that just a few verses later, and I want to actually show you where, just so you get an idea where that is. Okay? Now, I highlighted it over here. So the V'chiv Shuha is over here. And then there's two other words right here. So the same column in the Torah, all right? If they would have looked a little bit further, there's another verse in the Torah that says, Vayikach Hashem Elokim es ha'adam, and God took this creature called humanity, man that he made. He took Adam, Vayanichechu bagan Eden, and he put Adam and Eve, Adam and Chava, in Gan Eden, into the Garden of Eden, or quote-unquote paradise. Did he put them there what? La'avda u'lashamra. All right? To work with it, u'lashamra, and to protect it. Protect. Shomer. So what's our relationship with this Gan Eden, with this beautiful world that God made and gave over to us and put humanity, Adam and Chava, in the midst of this beautiful planet? So just a few verses after where it says V'chiv Shuha, it says La'avda u'lashamra, to work with it and to protect it. Yeah, take good care of it. Use your brain power to take good care of it in a proper way. So I went into this notion of V'chiv Shuha, this first word that occurred earlier, just a few verses earlier. It's actually the same word that is used in Hebrew to indicate this concept of actually pickling foods. You take a cucumber. Some people like cucumbers. Not my favorite, but I don't mind eating them when they're nice and crisp. But anyhow, you do a little process with them and you turn them into delicious kosher dill pickles. Oh my God, they're amazing, right? I love a good kosher dill pickle. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Levi Friedberg, who just sent me Gus's a whole like a 2-quart container, massive, like it's actually like a half a gallon container of Gus's pickles from from good old Brooklyn. I believe that's where it's from, anyhow. So the process of pickling is also called kivush, which is interesting. I got my mind thinking. So isn't that what, maybe this is what, in this first word, what God is actually telling us, that I want you to harness the energy of the world. I put incredible potential into this world. You have to work with it, la'avda, and at the same time, will shamra, and protect it and take good care of it. Use your brain power and your emotional intelligence to take good care of this planet. So I will leave you with that thought. All right, let's go into the last two verses of my song here called Our World. I want you to look it up and enjoy it. Well, once upon a time, the waters ran so clear, you didn't catch emphysema, just breathe in the air. Man, the wisest of creatures, can't see through the mist. He's put himself on the endangered list. All right, now this time what we're going to do is like this. When I say our land, I just need you to repeat after me and say our land. I say our world. You shout back our world. I say our planet. You shout back our planet. All right? Let's try like this. Okay. Well, if you are what you eat, you're in trouble, my friend. Them not traded hot dogs might really spell your end. There's one warning label that ain't on the shelf. It says living may be hazardous to your health. 'Cause it's our world, it's our world. Let's leave something for the boys and girls. How much is it worth if you love this earth? Belongs to all of us, you understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have a great Shabbos, everybody. Shabbat Breshit. Okay, remember, make it a meaningful one. And for all of my fans out there, all people who might be listening who are not Jewish, well, also there's this notion of the Sabbath moments. Those are hallowed sacred moments. So that means if you're, let's say, reading a story with your kids, you are in the library together, you're going on a trip together, you're in the car together. Instead of everybody being on their own individual cell phones, make those Sabbath moments and make that quality time with each other. You're going out for dinner together, that's a Sabbath moment. All right? Make it a sacred one. Have a wonderful Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Peace, love, and soul.